Hello, my friends. It's David Goad and Jeff Goad. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, fans, how you doing?
Friends, family, and fans. Yeah, we want to do a quick recording in support of the upcoming Road to Victories event that we're doing. And for those of you who have not been following the story, where have you been? We've been doing this for over 9 years. Jeff is a survivor of multiple myeloma, and together, the three brothers, along with family, friends, wives, everyone else, we've raised over 130,000. No, wait. How much is it now?
We'll be pushing 145, maybe even tickle 150,000
Woo!
by the time we hit the road in Vermont in a month.
Well, that money is going to the Multiple Myeloma Research Foundation, which is responsible for developing new drugs that are helping to save Jeff's life and the lives of other survivors out there. So we are, of course, I wanted to wear the Boston Marathon representing right here. That's one of the last events that we did together. And
Yep.
Jeff finished Boston, overcoming tremendous odds, right?
Yep.
So we are about to embark on another event. But Jeff, I just wanted you to talk to everybody because we're asking for money. You know, we're asking for people to join in with their prayers, with their positive thoughts, with a few bucks toward the campaign. But why do you keep doing this? Why are you signing up for another event this year?
Excellent question. And sitting here right now with you, it's been over 9 years, and it's remarkable because 9 years ago, sitting in the doctor's office, hearing the words, we think we can get you, 3 to 5 good years. And I had no concept what life could be after 5 years, because there was only a couple of choices back then. And right then and there, I thought, man, there's no way that I've only got 3 to 5 years to live. And now I'm sitting here 9 years later, beating the odds. But that's not just my achievement. That's because of the fundraising that's happened. The drugs that I'm on right now didn't exist when I was first diagnosed. And so I'm living proof, literally, of what the money goes to and why it's so important. And there's now 10 choices for people that are newly diagnosed with myeloma or people like me that have had it. But, this isn't a linear journey where you get your treatment and then you're good. I'm now still in a relapse from this last January. And so I'm on another drug in addition to my monthly infusion. And so this is an up and down battle that's never over, and until there's an actual cure. So the money that we've raised over the last 9 years have benefited me and others, and the money that we're asking for folks to give now are going to benefit somebody that gets the diagnosis tomorrow or next week or next month. And as I found out in the last 9 years, all of a sudden, so many more people that we know, family and friends, say, my uncle just got diagnosed with multiple myeloma, my aunt, my father, my grandmother. And so it might not be affecting you and your family now, but it could be somebody tomorrow.
All right. Well, you've always been honest and transparent about what's going on, and you just mentioned that you're still taking chemo. That we're training to do close to 300 miles over 5 days. There's hills involved. We're crossing the Canadian border. We're going from Vermont to Quebec. So
Yep.
Tell us honestly, what's your training been like recently, and how you feeling?
Well, training in the flatlands of Chicago at 600 feet here has been, it's challenging because it's flat. And while I've got lots of miles on the lakefront, I don't have the kind of hills that I'd love to have for training. But just the last several months have been very hard because of the new drug that I've been on. It's very fatiguing. My muscles just don't respond in the same way to training. And so as if the event wouldn't be challenging enough, I've got this extra handicap, so to speak, that I get to, feels like I'm dragging along a 40-pound backpack while I'm riding sometimes. But I'm adjusting to it. I'm making it, it's just a part of the deal. And back to your first question, why do I keep doing this? And my answer is because I feel this intense obligation to do these events while I can, because I know so many other people that, you know, getting off the couch, doing their laundry, going to the store is their adventure for the day. They just can't do these things. So as long as I can and I'm able to physically, I will continue to do these events until there's a cure. And when there's a cure, then I don't have to ask anybody for any more money for multiple myeloma. But
Yeah.
this also was a springboard into other cancer research. And so this is becoming bigger than just me, bigger than just the myeloma community. It's now becoming a big leukemia, lymphoma, the whole umbrella family of these blood cancers are now going to benefit. So I'm proud and inspired to be a part of this. And especially with you and Brad, I'm real excited to get back on the road. I have great pleasure doing events with you guys. It's fun to share the fun and the misery of some of these crazy adventures that we do. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, we're going to be there to help you. Of course, you can draft behind me when the wind gets tough, but I recommend drafting behind Brad because he's a little bit larger than I am.
Both of you guys can be my win. I'll be pulling right behind you guys.
We'll push you up the hill. No, but I know you've got the determination to do it because, like I said, Boston Marathon, I never thought you'd get across that finish line. You made a believer out of me, so I know you're going to make a believer again. And you mentioned other people that you've talked to. I just want to touch on that real quickly. You know, other patients that have been, you know, newly diagnosed, go through all the things that you went through 9 years ago. Have you had contact with? Do you end up in this community talking and helping other people?
Yes, that's a great another great question. Back when I was first diagnosed, I was a 50-year-old guy, a week before my 50th birthday, and this disease is a senior's disease. Typically, someone's in their 70s. So I couldn't find anybody like me, an active young guy, 50 years old, who's out living life and doing big adventures. So I committed then that anybody that I would meet or encounter, I would help them. I would help them be a guide to help them. This is what to expect. Here's how to manage these expectations. These are the resources. These are the questions to ask your doctor. And my wife, Ramona, she would frequently talk to the wife, the spouse of the person that's being diagnosed, because they have their own challenges and things that are very difficult to deal with as a caregiver. So we've been able to help others manage that. And over time, gives me great joy and inspires me to know that I'm helping somebody navigate what can be an overwhelming situation, and to hear later on how they're doing and that they really appreciated that help, because they then go on and become an ambassador and help others that they'll encounter. So it's very rewarding, and it's equally as important as raising the money is to provide that support network out there for all my myeloma survivor brothers and sisters. And there's now a family of us, a community that is wonderful. I enjoy seeing them. We're coast to coast, and we've traveled the world on these events. And I can't wait to see some of my brothers from the Kilimanjaro trip a few years ago, Chuck Wakefield and some of his crew that rode across America. This is really going to be a fun reunion and homecoming to get together with these folks.
Awesome. And I know you personally have helped people that I've sent to you, family and friends that I have, close friends who had relatives that were diagnosed, and you made a big difference for them. So thank you for that. All right, let's wrap it up with how can people help if they feel compelled to help the story. First of all, share this video. Share it in social media, spread it around, put it on your wall, put it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you share stuff, because that makes a difference and it helps some of the donations come in. But Jeff, how do you recommend people help?
Well, there's, those of you that have been generous over the years is fantastic. My ask would be share this with a friend, someone else that hasn't seen or exposed to what MMRF is about, and maybe a share that they see one of their friends might give them a little inspiration or touch them in a way. And so all donations are great. And we're inside that 1 month window. So we're getting really close to our goal, and hopefully
we got about $4,000 to go, right?
That probably will be half of that after this week. There's a couple of big donations that are coming in. Okay. And so we need a little bit more to cross that finish line.
So would I be embarrassed if I gave $5? Is that too small?
Not a bit. Every bit counts. Every bit counts.
Well, and we have done keynote speeches. Forgot to mention that. Last year, a couple of different companies sponsored us, and Jeff and I came in and gave a keynote speech, and that was fun, wasn't it?
It was a lot of fun. That's one of the other things I've enjoyed is going back and speaking to some of the pharmaceutical companies and other corporations in that world, because a lot of the folks that do all this hard work never get to see the end result. And so as a referred to as a patient, the guy's taking the pills, but I hate that word patient. But I'm a myeloma survivor because of the work they've done, because of the drugs and pills that they've generated, because of the protocols. They now get to see, hey, I'm alive. I'm out here. I'm in Nepal. I'm going trekking to Everest Base Camp because of the work that you've done. And it's moving to them. It's inspiring to them. And so those kinds of encounters are wonderful. And you and I think, make a great team in delivering that message. And we would welcome doing that with somebody else's company here in the future.
So reach out, davidgoadspeaks@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to arrange that for you. And Jeff, okay, final word here. You got 20 seconds. I just want you to think about the people who have given so far, given their time, given their money. What do you want to say to them?
This is always the emotional part, because it touches me when strangers donate and friends of friends, people that I've never met. And those are the little things that help push me when times are tough. And it's been a tough phase here the last month or so in training, because I realize I'm in a new realm. Physically, things aren't wonderful, but I know I have to persevere and to make this happen. So I feel that obligation. Everybody that gives and donates is in a little extra inspiration for me, and I feel that it helps me move forward. It helps me keep going. So help inspire me, get me through my upcoming trip is what I would ask for the people out there.
Awesome. Well, I got one last word for you. It's right here.
Believe.
I drink from this cup every day. I believe in you, brother. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to the trip. Everybody out there, connect with us, share, help us raise the rest of the money. And we're going to be doing some Facebook Live reports from the road. Now, they said I can't hold the selfie stick while I'm driving, but we'll be doing some live broadcasts from the road. So we look forward to that.
I'll hold it for you.
All right. All right, Jeff. Thanks so much for spending the time this morning. And thanks everybody else for watching today.
Thanks.